This is the history of my parents and their family. My father, Edward Granderson Russell, April 12, 1928 through June 2, 2013. And my mom, Catherine Odessa Fisher, March 4, 1932 through November 2, 2011. Mom's mother's side. Mom's mother, my grandmother's name, was Katie Janey. She was married to Edward Fisher and was born April 6, 1915. Mom's immediate family consisted of her brother Edward, aka Eddie Fisher, and her sister-in-law Evelyn Holmes Fisher. They had 2 children, Angela and Ricardo, aka Ricky, my cousins. Mom grew up at 723 18th Street Northeast. This picture is at 619 18th Street Northeast, down the street. They had no electric, no gas, and no radio. Mom's sister-in-law Evelyn died in a car accident, and Grandma passed away while babysitting. She was 59 years old. She was married to Eddie McCrary, aka Mr. Eddie, Mom's stepfather. They lived at 106 16th Street Southeast in Washington, D.C. Mom's father's side. Mom's father, my grandfather, was Edward Orlando Fisher. He was born February 28, 1907. He had 2 brothers, Mom's uncles, Franklin, aka Frankie, and James Fisher, who my brother James was named after. She lived with them for a while along with her dad. At the time of passing, her father lived at 229 F Street Northeast in Washington, D.C. He died January 12, 1966, and is buried at Harmony Memorial Park in Chapel Oaks, Maryland. Mom's grandfather's name was Benjamin Fisher. He was married to Mom's grandmother, my great-grandmother, Hester Sewell. Mom married Dad April 13, 1951. Dad's father's side. Dad's father, my grandfather's name, was Lewis Boyd Russell. My brother Lewis is named after him. Lewis Boyd Russell was affectionately known as LB. He was born in 1892 in the Nutbush Township in Warren County in North Carolina. He was an active member of the NAACP and appointed to the Vance County Board of Elections. LB wrote a letter dated December 22, 1919, from Middleburg, North Carolina, to my grandmother. The last paragraph reads, "Could I but see you just a moment during the holidays, it would mean, oh, a world of joy to me. Accept the little greeting which I am sending you under a separate cover as a token and memory of one who loved you dearly. With best wishes, I am your sincere friend, L.B. Russell." This union produced 10 children: Richard, Kizzy, Olivia, Sophia, Edward, Dad, Mary, Cherry, Harriet, Elnora, and Sally. L.B. expired in 1990. Dad's grandfather, who is my great-grandfather, was Edward Granderson Russell. He was born in Owen, North Carolina, in Warren County, September 10, 1853.
and saw 12 years of slavery before moving to Vance County.
He was one of the founding members of Mount Pleasant Baptist Church in Henderson, North Carolina. He was an assistant pastor. Mount Pleasant still remains the family church today.
My great-grandfather, Edward Granderson, married Eliza Jane Bullock at the age of 30. She was also a former slave on the Bullock's plantation in Drury, North Carolina in Vance County. They had 5 children. My great-uncles, William, Eddie, Harry, great-aunt Sally, and Louis, my grandfather. Dad's mother's side. Dad's mom and my grandmother was Maria Vesta Taylor, born in 1896. Grandma's mother's name was Mary Eliza Taylor, who was my great-grandmother. She was born into slavery in 1856. She passed away in 1933. This picture was taken at the funeral of Dad's grandmother, Mary Eliza, in 1933. Dad would have been 5 years old. Mary Eliza married my great-grandfather, Granderson Taylor, who was also born into slavery in 1858. They had 10 children. My great-uncles and aunts, James, Betty, Patty, Mary Bell, Granderson, Enoch, Herbert, Andrew, Matthew, and Maria Vesta, my grandmother. This group formed the first Taylor family reunion. Granderson Taylor expired in 1924. Grandma's brother, Andrew, noted on the back of a photo of his mother that, in quote, "My mother's mother, Isabella Taylor, was half white and was raised in a white home, the home of her daddy. She married a Negro named Enoch Taylor." Grandma's grandparents, who were my great-great-grandparents, Enoch Taylor and Isabella Taylor, were both born into slavery and had 7 children. Grandma's mother, Mary Eliza, was their second born. Enoch, 1822 through 1895, and Isabella, 1831 to 1917. This is the resting place of 2 generations of my grandmother. Her grandparents, Enoch and Isabella Taylor, and her parents, Granderson and Mary Eliza Taylor. My great-grandparents and my great-great-grandparents. These grave sites were uncovered in 2019 in Towson, outside of Henderson, North Carolina. As you see, both headstones and footstones were used at that time.